It's really a little too high, but everything else is too high.
Right. But don't forget, next year we got contract negotiations for wages with them again.
Yeah.
I mean, we got other stuff up there.
Yeah.
Just a reminder to everybody before we start to silence your cell phones, please.
And they don't think much about that. No. There'll be stuff in the jaw on it. Yeah.
Good morning. We will call this Ways and Means Committee meeting to order. First item of business is the approval of minutes.
So moved.
Been moved and seconded. Any additions, corrections, comments, questions? Cover it all. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you. Is there any public comment on any agenda item? Seeing none, we will move on. We have no rules activity. If you downloaded your packet this morning for the appointments section, you may have missed a second appointment that's been added to our list. The current agenda, I think, does cover it. We have two appointments recommended for Community Mental Health Authority Board. We have Londa Pickles recommended for a 3-year term. And then the one that wasn't in the earlier packet is Department on Aging. They've asked for us to recommend Rob Trevino to fill that vacancy.
So moved.
Support.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions, comments? Commissioner Van Doren.
No, just to refresh everyone's memory here, moving forward is that, the commission always goes to these boards and asks them for their, input on these appointments so that we keep continuity on the board. So all of them have been recommended by their boards to be appointed,
Okay,
just for clarification.
thank you. Commissioner Collins.
Just curious, I know that Trevino is a new, is Londa Pickles a reappointment or is she new?
New.
No.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Recommendation moves forward. Now we're gonna go to,
Chairman,
yes, sir.
just want to make this clear again as I did last time. Under the Emergency 911 Board, there's a law enforcement vacancy. That probably will be resolved this Thursday when 911 Board meets. And because the chiefs have made their decision on who will represent.
Super, thank you. And I'd remind all of us that there are vacancies, some of them district specific, like Department on Aging. So to the degree that you can help bring some people forward, that would be appreciated. Okay, now we'll go to employment changes. Those are all noted. Is there any comment? Okay, thank you. Now we're going to go to employee anniversaries. Wait for Jen to bring this up. I always like to point out those who've been with us a long time, and we see have some folks who've been here 37 years, 36 years, 31 years. Again, we remain a good place for people to make a nice career. Administrator Murphy.
I would also like to, excuse me, I'd also like to point out that this is also a Deputy Elliott's anniversary date, and she has been with the county for 19 years. So thank you, Shannon.
Thank you. Very good. Any other comments before we move on? Any other personnel business? Seeing none, we will go on to Administrator Murphy with the finance reports.
Okay, the general fund income statement is in your packet, and it is as of October 30th. So we'll start with the general fund. I'm just gonna go through. The revenue is tracking as it should. For those of you that are newer, you may notice that under the treasurer's division, that is where the majority of our revenue comes from, and we had budgeted 30,230,000, and we are currently at 30,038,000. So we expect a little bit more to come in for the end of the year, but that is tracking right on budget. As we go into the expense side, I do want to point out at the bottom of page 2, under the service contracts line item, You can see in the fourth column over that appears as though it's about 60,000, almost $61,000 over budget. What that is those are our IT contracts and we pay them a lump sum all at once. And then they are prorated over the number of months that contract is applicable. And this contract is actually applicable into the 2026 year. So there will be an amount that is through a journal entry during the audit process moved into the 2026 year. And we do actually have another contract that will be coming through that will make that number look even more like it's in a deficit. But again, those numbers are going to be forwarded into 2026. So I just wanted to point that out so that you were aware of that. So overall, as we look at the last page of the general fund income statement, you can see that to date, as of October 30th, our revenues are at 36,017,000 and our expenses are at 33,298,000. Now, as we move on to the fund equity changes report, I'm not going to go through all the individual funds, but as the fund category, general governmental funds, on page 3 of that report, you can see we have a total of revenues year to date of 58,600,000, expenditures of 68,295,000. As you go on to the fund category, proprietary funds, towards the bottom of that report, you can see that we have a total of 21,500,000 in revenues and $23,400 in expenses for a grand total. Currently year-to-date revenues of $80 million with expenditures around 91, almost 92 million. And the reason that looks a little bit lopsided right now, part of that is because of the ARPA funds. They don't necessarily show as revenues coming in, but we have over $12 million in expenditures going out. But we do already have that revenue, if you will. So those are the finance reports. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer those.
Is it fair to say the financial condition of Lenawee County remains strong?
I believe that is a fair statement. Yes, sir.
I'm sure we'll hear some more about this at the legislative dinner, which is November 19th at 6. And it is sold out. So it's
We are
fantastic.
sold out. Capacity at the ISD is 70. This is the first year that we have had 70 individuals requesting to come, and we actually have a wait list. So.
Commissioner Van Dorn.
And for the people attending, they'll be able to have dialogues with almost every commissioner because 7 out of 9 commissioners are.
Wonderful. That's great. Very good. Anything further on the finance reports? Okay, now we will move on. We have one authorization. As you know, we were using Raymond for a lot of financial services, but we have now Dan Samalchek, whose name I think I finally understand. and repeat, is doing a fantastic job, but there's still some residual work that Raymond needs to do for us with respect to our audit. So Kim is asking for approval of $10,000, the authority to enter into a consulting agreement with Raymond Robson for $10,000. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Commissioner Van Dorn.
I think we all appreciate Raymond and their cooperation in going through all this. As we know, they spent how many years being our
Decades.
but they actually in the position of finance manager like Dan has, they were contracted for a number of years.
Yes, Raymond was contracted when we did lose a finance director a number of years ago. And Raymond moved in from being our auditors to contracting with us for consulting for those finance director services. And they were with us. They provided some excellent staff members for a number of years. And then we were finally able to find Mr. Zamalzak to bring him in. And so last year, Raymond took on a position more as a consultant to assist in the transitioning. And we just have a little bit more that we want from them. So that is what this contract's for. But they have been a very good partner to Lenawee County.
Good to work with. Thank you.
And I will say, sitting on the accounts payable committee now, that Dan has been a delight to work with too. It's a great
Yeah.
part of the team and very pleasant person. I really enjoy our time together, so.
Catches all those commissioner expenses.
Yeah, it's particularly, yes. Have we voted on this yet?
No,
Nope.
I didn't think so. All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Matter carries. Next, we have committee referrals. The first is the Axon contract. Since that came from criminal justice, I would turn this over to Commissioner Collins.
Mr. Chairman, we have several commissioners absent today, and this request has generated a great deal of questions and concerns that have yet to be answered. I would ask that this be referred back to criminal justice for further discussion and information.
Should we make a motion for that, to that effect?
Vote yes.
Okay, and Beth supported. Any discussion? Thank you. Thank you to law enforcement for bringing this request forward. We're obviously paying close attention. We will continue to partner with you as we resolve these outstanding questions. Commissioner Van Dorn.
well, I just wanted to say for the people that are watching and attending that, we had to change this meeting because of the holiday coming up, tomorrow. And both Commissioner Krasny and Commissioner Ungst had appointments that they had to take care of. So, I think this is a good action.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Sheriff, please.
Just a question, is that going to be a committee of the whole or not?
Good comment. We discussed that. We can make it committee of the whole, but I actually had a note here to say that all commissioners are welcome to attend that committee, and I would encourage everybody to do that. The last couple of times we made it committee of the whole, we still didn't get substantially increased attendance except those who were very motivated, but it's up to you guys. I mean, we can say it's committee of the whole, but I would certainly encourage everybody who's interested in the topic to attend as commissioners.
I would offer amendment to make it a committee of the whole.
Their support.
With that.
Okay, any discussion? Let's vote on the amendment. All in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Now shall we vote on the completed initial motion? All, thank you, Sheriff. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Matter carries. Thank you. The next request is for the JAG grant, which again is through the Sheriff's Department. Actually, Sheriff, did you want to offer any comment on this, or do you want us to just act? It's up to you.
Sorry, you're giving the sheriff a chance to talk. I'm going to talk anytime that you give me
Absolutely.
that opportunity.
You're always welcome.
So this grant is a grant that that Captain Casey and our jail worked very hard on, and had 3 or 4 different swipes at it as it came back for additional information. And we're very excited about this because this gives us a great opportunity to get a good start with our programming and being able to offer some of the things that we could not offer in the past. And moving forward, it's gonna kind of go towards our vision of making sure that we have the opportunity that inmates leave better than when they came in, and things like GED and some of the other opportunities that we're able to provide because of this grant. Stepping Up is an initiative that this board, well, some of this board, made a resolution on in 2012, and that'll come to fruition because of this, and it's very, very helpful. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Motion to approve the grant.
Or,
Moving a second. Any further questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Next, I would ask Drain Commissioner Scheffler to come forward. Maybe give us a quick view from 30,000 feet on this action you're asking us to take.
Okay, yeah, Lake Arrowhead Estates is located in Raisin Township on the corner of Occidental and Sutton Highway. And Lenawee County has been the owner of the Lake Arrowhead Estates water system since 1982. It services 66 residences, consists of 2 wells and then the conveyance piping. There has been 2 temporary debt service charges for capital improvements in recent times. In 21, we had a well house roof replacement and a dehumidifier installed in the well house. And then in 22, one of the two original pumps failed and we had, another debt service charge there. Both of these have expired. So recently, the remaining original well pump failed, and as a result, we had to replace that. The cost of the replacement and associated costs was $25,493.85. I'm proposing to obtain a short-term, 3-year loan in the amount to cover these costs. The proposed debt service charge would be $10.73 per month per household, plus finance charges per residence. Currently, the monthly operation and maintenance base charge is $37.50. So combined with the debt service charge finance charges, it would be about $50, I'm guessing, a month for that service. I'm not proposing to change the monthly O&M charges, so this would be temporary. And I'm asking for approval to obtain that loan and implement the debt service charge. And I've attached a resolution that we've used the last 2 times for you guys to approve. That's what I'm asking for.
Okay,
If there's any questions.
well, for sure. Any,
I support.
moved and seconded, so you understand there's a resolution that we would then advance to the full board tomorrow for approval. Any other questions or comments? Commissioner Van Dorn.
And just again, for those that are watching today, these were all vetted at Physical Resources meeting this week. So it's like, I know we're looking at spending these dollars and we take a little, not too much time doing it. We move forward, but they've all been vetted at a subcommittee meeting before coming here and looked at in their entirety. So thank you.
And we don't really have a choice, right? I mean, the pump's got to be replaced. So it's not a luxury upgrade.
Right.
Any other questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Roll call.
Oh, sorry. Well, resolution isn't until tomorrow.
You better make it Wednesday.
Right, yeah, Wednesday.
Thanks, Rob.
Does anybody really know what time it is? So all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, matter advances. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
And one last item of business, juvenile justice grant contingency. Kim, do you want to address this briefly?
Sure. As you're aware, when we had the original build at the Morris Pier campus, that project included within that project cost some contingencies to allow for change orders. And the board did authorize the county administrator to be able to authorize those change orders within the amount that was considered in that project. We now have the renovations that are being done in old detention. There is a cost associated with, which is just over 1.8 million. And within the cost of that project, there is just over $130,000 in contingency that is allowable for change orders. So the request is to allow basically the same sort of consideration that we did the first time around for the others and allow the administrator to be able to sign off on those change orders as long as those change orders do not exceed the amount of the contingency.
Been moved and seconded. Motion by Van Dorn, seconded by Commissioner Tillotson. Any further questions or discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Is there any other ways and means business? Seeing none, do we have any additional items for the consent agenda? Seeing none, public comment on any item whatsoever? Seeing none, commissioner comment.
Just a reminder, Mr. Chairman, the Criminal Justice Committee, that will be this committee of the whole, is December 4th.
At 10 a.m., right?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. right here. So good. Thank you for that reminder. Administrator Murphy.
I also want to make a comment. Last week, one of my employees was able to receive a very distinguished degree after a lot of hard work. And so I do want to acknowledge Miss Francine Zisk, Community Development Coordinator. She has obtained her doctorate degree, and so she is now known as Dr. Zisk. So congratulations to you.
Thank you and congratulations. Anything else? Okay, I think we're at that time where we would entertain a motion to adjourn. And moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye. All opposed, same sign, meeting adjourned.